everyone, and very, very warm welcome. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. So today we will experiment with something new, okay? As we always do. So we looked at in the series of Uncovering the Authentic Self, but is meditation and who I am is that being of consciousness, the soul, the beautiful awareness. And I am not this body, or I am not my thoughts and feelings. I, the soul, I am an eternal, changeless being. And in the last session, we looked at the natural nature of the soul is of pure acceptance and how it helps us in not creating conflicts in the mind. Now, there is one more thing that you can experiment with, okay? I personally find it very beautiful. Many times not many times, actually all the times, our language and our thoughts, if you observe, they are filled with labels. For example, this one is very good. This person is, he always does this, like this. He thinks he's good, but he's not good enough. Or this one is very beautiful. Oh, that flower is very beautiful, but this one is not so much. It is kind of dirty. Even in our day-to-day life, if you just observe our language and our thoughts, in our thoughts, very quickly we put labels for anything and everything, anyone and anything that we see around, right? Like, for example, somebody will have some opinion about this plant and we put certain label to it, right? And as I was saying, like somebody does something, some mistake, say for example, your office colleague, and we immediately put a label, this one is like this. But honestly, those are all our perceptions. And if you think about it, there is nothing good and there is nothing bad from the perspective of a soul. Relatively, yes, there can be, but from the perspective of I, the being of light, and the soul, that spirit, that ever-present being, there are just different experiences. So I'm going to invite you today and try and experiment with this. If in the mind certain kind of label comes, then just say it is what it is. Okay, in the mind you have to change it. Just like try and change the thought of it is what it is, and it's okay. There is nothing good, there is nothing bad. And generally all the labels majorly comes into this category of good or bad, right? Now I'm trying to think, okay, like for example, you cook something for your breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, and you taste it and you say, not that good. Or you say, that's delicious, right? But then immediately remind yourself, the thought will come automatically, remind yourself, okay, it is what it is. And I'm telling you, it really, really helps. Now, cooking and food is a very simple example that we are taking. But many things, many other things that happen in life, some situations, in certain relationships, job, etc. When we try and practice this and try not to put any kind of label around it, then automatically there is no judgment around it, right? And it is also possible when we recognize ourselves of who I am. Because if I, the soul, I am a full and complete and that changeless eternal being, then for such being, there is no need, no desire of anything. And so for such soul, any experience is just an experience. No good, no bad. Okay, so let's do a little meditation around this and hope you can experiment with this. Sit comfortably, and you can be walking and moving around, but sometimes we dedicate the time. It's good actually to dedicate such time of sitting down and creating these thoughts and going into realization of who I am, because that helps, that builds those muscles of mind and helps to keep that awareness while we are in actions. Now take one deep breath, inhale and exhale. Remind yourself, with these eyes, whatever I am seeing, some physical things, the screen, or I see myself in this video or mirror. But the connection of this all physical with I, the soul, is the mind. And through the mind, all these things make sense to me, create certain thoughts based on certain beliefs, memories, perceptions. I try to make sense of these things. But I, the soul, the being of light, is beyond all this, beyond my thoughts, feelings. Yes, the thoughts and feelings are part of me. Mind is part of me. It's a beautiful tool that I, the soul, I have to experience this physical world. But that's not who I am. That doesn't define who I am. I, the soul, as if in this realm of peace and stillness, completely still, complete peace, love, and happiness. I, the soul, I have zero desires, zero need of anything. I, the soul, I have a mind. I have this body That is just a role that I am playing. I appreciate everything I have, but I know that is not who I am. And so, I, the soul, I accept everything as it is, and I, the soul, I don't put any labels around anything. Some thought come, it could be anything, but it's not a good or a bad thought. I perform some actions. It's not good or bad. It is just an action. It is just a thought. I see somebody in front of me. They are just who they are. No good or bad, no ugly or beautiful. I see a beauty behind that human part or the human physical body, and that is the soul. The real beauty is in the soul. The way I interact, the way I be in those relationships is the real beauty. And so I, the soul, I do not have any problems with anything. I don't judge anything, and I don't put any labels. Now try and experiment with this today. Try and hold this awareness. See what kind of experience you get by not putting any labels. Thank you. Shanti.